2, 1, action.
Cheers, boys.
Sorry for taking your job there.
Hello and welcome to Buzzed Banter episode 2. Tonight we are talking Avengers Endgame.
If you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, stop watching because there's some serious spoilers about to come up.
And if you have seen the movie, I'm trying to cut you off.
You good.
But don't spoil the Endgame.
Also, I'm your host Fish. With me tonight I have JB and our special guest Chris. Chris, any words for the viewers?
I've seen the movie twice. Don't spoil the Endgame. And with that being said, if you see a spoiler, if you have seen the movie, bye.
Alright.
Or like
R.I.P. my guy Tony Stark.
Timer in 3, 2, 1. So, Chris, Endgame, first opinion.
Oh my god, easily 100% the best movie I've ever seen. 100%.
So when the rat ran over Ant-Man's control panel in his van, do you think that is what Doctor Strange saw? Or do you think he saw something else?
Well, you can't argue with the master of the mystic arts. I mean, if he saw it, he saw it. I think that.
But like, do you think that's what he saw? Or do you think he saw Tony snapping his fingers saying, I'm Iron Man?
I think he saw Tony snapping his fingers.
That's why, because at the end, if you look at the end of the movie, he looks at him and he goes,
one.
Yeah, but I think he saw as in Infinity War, he said, I've seen all these possible endings.
14 plus million.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily see how he got to the endings. He just saw, I saw these endings.
Alright, so he was so adamant in Infinity War to save Tony's life. Do you think that was the only possible future where Tony survived?
I think there was a lot of possibilities where Tony survived. I think there was a lot of possibilities where everybody else didn't survive.
So you're saying, I mean, obviously we know Tony had to survive to win it, but do you think Strange knew every event leading up to Tony saying, I am Iron Man, or do you just think that Doctor Strange knew that Tony had to live?
I think
that's difficult because if he could tell who was gone with the first snap, that's some wild mystic art shit right there. Because, like, half the population? Man, come on. I felt like I disintegrated when that shit went off.
I feel like he knew that Tony wasn't going to be alive at the end of it. I feel like he definitely knew. Because when that moment came, Doctor Strange didn't look like he was sad or anything. He looked like, alright, I know this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know how he was ready for it. He only had like 10 minutes to be ready for it. He was dead for 5 years.
Nah, I think he was in the Soul Stone. I don't think they ever died. I think they were in the Soul Stone.
There's no way Doctor Strange died. He couldn't have. Because if Doctor Strange would have died, how would he have ever seen
the future?
How would he have ever brought those people back? Because he was the one that brought it back with the little...
That was after he was brought back.
That was after Hulk hit his little snap. Yeah.
I forgot he was brought back.
He was brought back by
Wow. Yeah.
3 snaps. Them Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Them bitches.
Okay. Wait.
We're still on.
We're still on the same topic.
We're still on, like, the fact that Tony was the one to fix it all.
But I feel like that's the way it should have been.
Yeah.
He was the one that started it all. He's the one that ended it all. That's the way it should be. That's the way it always should have been.
Alright, we got like 2 seconds before
Alright.
we gotta drink.
I have a question.
Hold on.
Alright, if you want to leave the next question, you can leave the next question.
I have a question. That's the one thing I thought about.
So here's my thing. We got... Shut up. Lost it.
You want me to...
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, how do you guys feel about Captain America at the end of the movie?
Are we talking before or after he time travel?
At the end. At the end.
Good for him.
I'm glad he got the life he finally wanted. I mean, he ended up with the love of his life. He never had the opportunity beforehand. But traveling back in time to put the Infinity Stones and Mjolnir back in where they belonged, he chose, hey, I've earned this. I deserve the life I was always destined to have. Good for Captain America.
Here's what I'll say. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Here's what I'll
I
say.
can't remember his name.
First of all, Captain America, because he was a hoe up until Endgame. That's
Facts.
But You know, he got to live the best of both worlds. He got to live out saving the world countless and countless times again, and then he got to live out his life with the woman he loved, and that shit got taken away from him.
All right.
He got his happy ending, basically. Yeah.
On that same note, though, like, in a previous movie, he kissed that chick's niece. Does that make it his niece?
Oh. Well, no, because this is a different time, though.
Not necessarily. He ended up in the same timeline.
His world is still his world.
Oh, yeah.
He ended up in that timeline.
Peggy don't know. Men ain't shit, women. Remember that. Men are not shit.
Especially men in Captain America.
He knew that he kissed her niece.
That's rough. That's a rough one.
That wouldn't be his niece. Because obviously...
You don't know that,
If
though.
her sister had kids, that her sister's timeline
That's
is...
by marriage. That makes her his niece.
Yeah,
You are correct.
That's his niece.
You are correct. That is his niece. That
What kind of hillbilly backwoods
White
shit
people
is
nasty.
this?
White people nasty.
Sam, what you have to add to this conversation?
So, future Captain America
Yeah, the old
goes back in the
40
past.
seconds, so you better-
He goes back in the past, right? What happened to that past Captain America?
See, that's
That other cap was still frozen in the ice.
Yeah.
Who is he? What's gonna happen to the?
Nothing. It's gonna play out exactly as
Wait,
it
who's
has.
So is he gonna come back?
Captain America.
Oh, Falcon.
Falcon, yeah.
Captain
Falcon.
America got to live out his best of both worlds.
No, but there's still another one in that world that he made.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's two
technically.
Captain Americans at the time.
So what's gonna
But
happen
it's
to the-
still both him. That other cap is still gonna live the way he is.
No. What I think happened is Peggy died, and that's when he came back. So there's not two still Captain Americas.
Okay.
Because
5 seconds.
he came back, so that's that. I think that's how it works.
Drink.
I think I got a good one. All right, so I got this question. I watched this theory. I know I showed you.
It's our
this
third
theory.
question?
Third
Yeah.
question. Yeah. I know I showed you this theory. It is a theory about Iron Man that says, where does he go from here? And I've seen a lot, and a lot of people think that.
Alright, I'm gonna interrupt you right here, and I'm sorry, but I swear to God, if you say the fucking glasses theory, I'm gonna punch you in your face.
Wait, hold on. I don't know about
punched in the
this.
face.
I don't know about this.
So if you guys have not seen the Spider-Man Far From Home trailer,
I have not.
Again, time to go.
Oh.
At least for this little segment.
I don't care. I'm still here.
But in the Far From Home trailer, it's not much. Spider-Man takes off glasses with like a surprised look on his face, and a lot of people are saying that Tony made himself an artificial intelligence.
Honestly, I could see that being true though.
And
Friday?
he is the new Friday or Jarvis, and he is helping out others, which hurts me dearly.
Too soon.
But-
Too fucking soon.
It's
It
too
is,
soon,
dude.
You're right. But what do you guys think about that?
I honestly hope so because Iron Man was one of my favorite characters in the MCU. He was literally the one that started it all. Iron Man 1 to Endgame. Like, we all know the I Love You 3000 thing.
Yeah,
To my
because
girl
if you
all the
include
time.
the end credits, the
Yeah,
Marvel
yeah,
Cinematic
Iron-
Universe
I love
lasts
you
3,000 minutes.
From the beginning of from Iron Man 1 to
Yeah.
all the way to Endgame.
Because if you
There's
don't include
3,000
the end
minutes.
credits, it's like 2,600 something.
Yeah.
It's 3, really?
Yeah, that's what it is.
If you
From
include
Iron
the end
Man to
credits, it
Endgame.
is 3,000
That's why
minutes.
it's I Love You 3000. Yeah, we just broke his heart. That's why he says that. Yeah. You have to look into it a little bit. Someone put it on Twitter and that's what I saw after I watched it.
And I looked it up.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah.
Haley Alkier, I love you 9 months.
I don't know how much that is.
Oh, that was
That's a lot.
adorable.
That's a lot of time. Yeah, so the whole Iron Man theory, like, I really want it to happen just because, I don't know, he's the beginning of it all. It's hard to let someone go who began something that we all know and love.
If Tony Stark's voice appears in Spider-Man Far From Home, I am walking out of the fucking theater.
I'm crying because I'm gonna be happy.
I would cry, but I'll stay because I fuck with Spider-Man. I do.
So do I.
Alright.
Okay, wait. Okay, we'll save this for another question. So, Fish, what do you feel about that whole thing?
I would bawl my eyes out. I'm not even gonna lie. I cried my eyes out in Endgame.
Oh, so did I.
If Tony Stark's voice appears in Spider-Man Far From Home, I'm gonna lose it. And
I don't know how I'm gonna take it, yeah.
Yeah, like, my initial reaction would walk out of the theater, but I'm like, nah, I want to see the movie. I don't know how. I might end up just buying like multiple tickets to different showings because I don't know how many times I'm gonna walk out of that theater. But we got 4 seconds left before we gotta drink.
I say we go to another. Go to this one and say I love it, man. Like he was my favorite.
I got a great.
Captain America, Bucky for killing his parents, but.
All right,
Shit.
I got the next question. So,
Cut that out.
Scarlet Witch, only 2 words.
Yeah.
How do you guys it's basically the ending fight scene with Scarlet Witch and Thanos?
She could me and I wouldn't complain.
Oh my god, that's not where I was going with
That's not the question.
That's not the question. Like, so do you think Scarlet Witch had the power to do that the whole time? Like, Scarlet Witch could have ended Thanos.
No,
like that.
if you watch it from Age of Ultron to there, her power has slowly grown as she's become
That
more
is true.
confident in her abilities.
I feel like it's because, like, yeah, she's realizing that.
Like
she
she's
can do
understanding control.
Yeah, she can control, and she knows that she can do good with her powers.
Yeah. Chris, what are your thoughts?
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Let me explain something to y'all when I was watching this movie for the first time.
2 minutes.
Because I've seen it twice. So, various times I had this feeling in my stomach that I saw the ending. For some reason, I have that intuition where I see the endings of things. Call me Doctor Strange, Black Edition. But
The Black Panther.
I knew, for some reason, I
Dr.
just
Banter?
felt like I knew that she was going. Honestly, I don't wish it was her, but I also don't wish it was Hawkeye or Ronan at the same time. But Ronan had a family. She had nothing.
Wait,
Yo,
That was-
you're
You're talking about
Scarlet
Black
Witch and
Widow.
Black Widow.
Oh shit! Give me like 2 more minutes.
Okay.
You got a minute and a half to correct yourself.
Alright, okay. We were talking about Scarlet Witch, but we'll save this for the next one.
Do
Black
I?
Widow.
No, Scarlet Witch.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, it doesn't matter. We've edited.
Witch.
First of all the women in the MCU is bad bitches, but
That's
fuck
true.
them for their
That
work.
fight scene with all the women were going out, bro.
Anyway,
I got hard.
Scarlet Witch. Honestly,
Do you think she had the power to
first of all, I'm gonna say this. I don't understand why Thanos in Endgame is soft. It might be because he's relying on the Infinity Stones too much, but he is that dog in Endgame. He is there. He catches Stormbreaker.
Chris, you said he was soft in Endgame, then you said he was the dog in Endgame. Did you mean he was soft in Infinity War?
Oh yes, he's soft in Infinity War. That dog in Endgame. He caught Stormbreaker. Didn't mean nothing about it. He smacked Mjolnir away.
Oh wait,
care.
hold on. He caught, and what was it? Captain America's shield and Stormbreaker at the same time.
He
was getting his ass
Captain
beat.
America's
He was getting his
shield.
ass beat.
So that don't make no sense to me. I don't know why he that shit in Endgame. Scarlet Witch apparently, and I wasn't a big fan of her in the Age of Ultron going forward, but now I'm a fan. The fact that she is that bitch. MCU, if you ever watch this, get her a standalone because she is that bitch.
At the Russo
I would
brothers.
love that.
He whooped Tony's ass, Thor's ass, Cap's ass, but she come in gets with the he said hail fire. And
Alright, hold on. We're gonna drink, and then we're gonna continue the
this, yeah. Because this one's too much. That's why I wanted to bring it up, because Scarlet Witch,
she was that bitch
dude,
in that
like
movie.
that surprised me.
She was that bitch in that movie.
Continue, boys. Scarlet Witch.
So yeah, we're gonna continue with Scarlet Witch. We got another 2 minutes?
She was that bitch. What she did was tough.
I
Props to Thanos for having backup though, for having a backup plan. But shout out to my dog Captain Marvel for coming in clutch.
Yeah, so when they were releasing the Hellfire, and all of a sudden I'm watching, they start shooting at the sky, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And all of a sudden you just see,
That's Captain Marvel.
But if you a fan, then you know where they shooting at, and you know shit about to go down. Well, how about though? When Thanos tried to headbutt Captain Marvel, she said,
bitch!
oh, she said
What?
with that
She goes,
force field
what?
around.
Hell nah!
my gauntlet. What? Bro, that was tough.
Dude, it
That
was
was
crazy. Like, I feel like they actually showed the real powers of all the women in this movie, and I really respect Marvel for doing that. Because for a sense, it was all around the guys for most of the movie, but then we
the saga
for the whole saga basically. I mean, what? How many? There was really like one movie that was about a girl the whole time.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that was it. So they actually had that scene where all the women were out there like showing their power, seeing what they could do, and that was probably one of my favorite.
Pepper Potts wearing Tony's like suit to her.
that made that suit for her.
Yeah, that the daughter was wearing in the beginning. The mask of. Oh my god, that scene had to have been like, holy shit! I can't believe it. Thank you, Miss Potts.
Yes,
honestly, I'm getting a little political here, and I'm sorry, Dakota, for this. With that whole women empowerment thing, being birthed and raised by a strong woman, I appreciate that. Like that's some serious dog shit. Like honestly, Peter Parker, I get it. He's young. He's a teenager. He's a bitch for a moment. But I don't know how.
I feel like he showed. I feel like he showed all of it.
And all these tough women, muscled out, and
Just
we got
flexing on
this.
them?
Like I was like,
That's
okay,
it, dude.
Should I raise my babies?
Like she got help. Like okay.
Love you.
It was just crazy.
It was dope though.
So back to Scarlet Witch though. Do you think she had the power to stop Thanos since her initial appearance in Age of Ultron?
After Age of Ultron, no. Or during Age of Ultron, no. During Civil War, no. But once you get to once you get to Endgame, where she knows what, like, because I mean, Infinity War. Even when she's holding them back while she's ripping Vision's head, rest in peace, Vision. Even when she's pulling Mind Stone out, even still, she has the Mind Stone within her.
Yeah.
So if you talking Infinity War and she's just going one-on-one with Thanos, no Infinity Stones, he doesn't have any Infinity Stones, I think she can take him.
I think so too.
Alright.
If you're not backup,
we got a drink.
She's not backup, she got it.
Alright, so now it's time for a new topic. This one.
Yo, what the fuck?
This one is where I kind of shed a little tear during the movie. Black Widow. Let's talk about the selflessness, everything that she did to make sure that the Avengers would win.
Black Widow. I saw that coming.
I did.
I felt it. Because here's why I felt it. Black Widow, obviously, serious Marvel fans understand her background. They understand her upbringing. And
also, if you pay close attention, you kind of knew, like, she was done with her contract, too. So that's like the
she
big
has
thing.
her solo movie coming up though.
Yeah, but if you think about it from the perspective of the movie only,
okay,
Endgame only. If you think about it from that perspective and the other movies previous, she had a background that she didn't approve of. Like, think about it, in the first Avengers, I've got red in my ledger. She didn't approve of how she was raised, how she grew up, and you look at Hawkeye or Ronan or whatever, and he's got two sons and a daughter, a whole family that he is responsible for.
Chris, I hate to interrupt you here, but I got a serious question for you.
Maybe.
In the Black Widow solo movie coming up, do you wish to see the mission that Hawkeye and Black Widow keep referring to?
Budapest?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like, we have heard
Budapest.
so much about that.
This is way more different than Budapest. This is definitely
we're
not
a long way from Budapest. Like, I want to see that.
I want to see what happened in Budapest because I feel like they was beating some ass.
Marvel, if you see this, we want to see what happened in Budapest. Even if you got to make a Hawkeye solo movie to let us see it.
Oh, dude.
We want to see it.
Dude, okay, hold on.
Marvel, hire the Russo brothers. Then you'll take it in forever.
So we're gonna leave this on a Hawkeye for a little bit. Let's just talk about how he changed in Endgame, where he is now. I'm sorry, Hawkeye's a badass now. I used to think he was soft.
30 seconds.
Hawkeye came in with that fresh haircut, with the sword.
With the sleeve! Who He had a sleeve. I said, yo.
Thank you, Hawkeye. You're my inspiration.
Do not look. As a man, you do not take away a man's family.
He was out for blood.
You do not kill a man's family and expect
5
him
seconds
to not
to drink.
come for your life. Remember that.
All right, drink.
So we have 2 more questions left. I'm gonna lead both of them. What was your favorite part of the movie of Endgame?
Chris, I'll let you start off with this one.
My favorite moment, me personally, and I've seen it, I've watched it countless and countless times again, was holding the hand, armor intact. I am Iron Man. That was my favorite part. Again, Iron Man has been my favorite character throughout the entire film. I had his back in Civil War. I loved all his movies. I love his arrogance, his
Style.
I'm me.
Finesse.
Considering Iron Man is your favorite character, what did you think of his conversation with his dad at the military base?
Oh.
I think he needed it. I think
he did too.
I think that the snap was a result.
Was directly
of that
influenced?
Yes. If he didn't get to have that
I
conversation
agree.
and to know that his dad really loved him and cared for him, coming from me personally, my dad is a very quiet guy, but unfortunately for me, I know that my dad loves me and supports me unconditionally.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't say it. I'll take that risk.
Directly related to this, I just today saw a theory that Tony's daughter becomes the next Iron Man.
I have seen that also.
What's your opinion on that?
I've seen a theory that extends that says multiple other people become Iron Man. Tony's daughter is like Iron Hope or something like that. What's his name? Rhodey becomes Iron Man. I've seen multiple theories.
There's a theory about Spider-Man becoming the new Iron Man too.
I
That's not
have seen
gonna
that one.
That's not gonna happen.
Well,
That's also in the trailer to Far From Home.
Yeah, technically he is an Iron Man though because he has a suit.
He does have an Iron Man
He
suit.
pulls out of it. He pulls out of it when he goes on his trip. If he brings it back
I think he's
in
gonna
the
bring it back.
third movie, that's a different story. But he does pull out of it while he's on his trip. Oh, I hope.
All right.
I think-
Off camera, I'm going to discuss with you a whole nother theory about the new Spider-Man movie, but that doesn't belong
All right,
here.
so Fish, what's your favorite part of Endgame?
My favorite part.
We might have the same thing on here too because mine. If you need time to think, I can.
Sucks to be
my
back here for this.
singular favorite part of Endgame is, and always shall be, Captain America not knowing what to do with his life and leading a group solely for mental health on what to do after the snap.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like don't they only show like a little tiny part of that, right?
It's like a 2-minute segment in the film.
yeah, it's like very very minuscule.
I connect with that so much on a mental health standpoint and where that stands in not only my life but a lot of people I know. I connect with that 2-minute clip so much that it is by far my favorite scene in Endgame.
I feel like it's also like a part like MCU feels like they are like showing that mental health is a big thing, even like in the cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Saying mental health, like this is something that we need to talk about, and we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
We talked about it on my channel before, Real Talk, which we still haven't aired that video yet, but it's a little sneak peek. We've talked about that before. How mental health is a huge thing, and how it's nice that even Hollywood now is actually leading the conversation, saying, "Okay, we realize there's a lot of stuff that's going on that's
And
messed up."
Hold on. Shout out to Kevin Love for coming out and saying he has mental health disabilities and he struggles with that as well.
that mental health segment is only seconded by the overweight Thor and how the Russo brothers decided to do that. And when he had the opportunity to lightening himself skinny, he chose not to, depicting that you don't have to be in super fit shape and just a total rockin' 10 out of 10 body to be a superhero.
Or to make a change to the world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those two scenes, in my mind, it made Endgame not only personable, relatable, but also a great movie to watch.
Here's what I'll say about like both of what you guys are talking about. Again, shout out to the Russo brothers. They did a fantastic job.
Oh, man, they did.
But when you look at like stuff that impacts you, because it impacts Thor the most. Thor had the opportunity to prevent the snap 100%. And that, again, that's where I think the Russo brothers really did a fantastic job, is because he missed that opportunity and it hit him the hardest.
They approached Hemsworth prior to Infinity War about a fat Thanos in Endgame, and Hemsworth agreed to it.
Yeah, like...
Wait, you mean Fat Thor?
Yeah, they knew they wanted to do that before Infinity War ever filmed.
Like, it shows that...
There's a sense of like realism with it.
It shows that something serious can impact your life. But if you watch the movie and you see towards the end, like once the final battle really kicks off, you've got Thor, Cap, and Iron Man just looking down, watching, looking at, like, look, this bitch is sitting there, letting someone else do his job. Let's go take him. Thor went from drunken Thor to sober, and let's kill him the right way. Like, when your opportunity comes
10 seconds.
to make a change, you will make that change and you will be ready to go. Just let the opportunity come to you.
So, that's what say my pick.
On that note, we gonna drink and then we'll continue.
Yep, and then we have one more question. Mine's really quick. Mine's super
You can
quick.
go inside.
Okay, so my favorite part was the reintroduction of all the characters.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
When
Avengers.
When they brought them all back, dude, that was just like, I had chills going through my body. I didn't know how to react. I was sitting there just like, hand over my mouth wide open, not knowing what to do.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So when Falcon said...
Fish.
What?
On your left.
Yes! When Falcon said, on your left, I had not only had flashbacks and chills coming down my face, but I had tears rolling out of my eyes, remembering every time Cap in the previous Marvel Universe told Falcon, on your left.
That was very special. I really liked how everybody slowly came out. They reintroduced every character. Like I said, the Russo brothers.
On your left.
I think if they ever want gig, ever want a movie, you should give it to them.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they have done
100%.
They did so good.
The movies they directed for the MCU and the Infinity Saga have broken the $2 billion mark.
I've been saying since Infinity War dropped and that we have another movie, that whoever directed this movie should be given full reins to every movie that they choose to work, that they can.
They prove that they know what they're doing.
This is going. You heard it here first. This is going to be the #1 box office movie in the world.
Oh, 100%.
Titanic, Avatar, Infinity War.
It already broke Titanic in Infinity War.
It will be the #1 movie in America.
As of like 2 days ago, it hasn't
for
broken
at least a decade.
It's close though.
Yeah, it's damn close.
With that being said, like I said, they did a great job. Your favorite part's a good part. I know that everybody's gonna want to hear this, but I think we should talk about it for at least a couple seconds.
Yeah, we can talk about it because we saw
Cap catching the hammer.
Oh yeah, I
was
forgot about that.
And here's the theory. I saw this theory that said that Cap couldn't. Because if you look at it, I'm assuming all serious MCU universe fans have seen it. When he initially went to lift the hammer in Age of Ultron, he bulged it a little bit. It didn't fully lift. And it was because he was holding in that he knew that Tony's parents were killed by Bucky.
Yup.
Once he came to himself with that,
I just got chills.
he can lift it.
Yeah.
That was an amazing
I
scene.
literally just
For
got
at
chills.
least 35 seconds, he held his own, and then Thanos started whooping his ass again. But that was
when he started hitting him with the shield and the hammer, dude.
As you were saying that, chills ran down my entire body.
But no, even better. Back to what you were saying about everybody coming back. When he catches the hammer and says, "Avengers Assemble."
Oh.
I knew it was going down. we was gonna win, but again, I knew in my heart.
Thank you, Disney. Thank you, Marvel. Thank you,
guys
Stan
did a
Lee. Rest in
fantastic job.
peace.
I'm happy that they did not mess us up. They made it everything that we wanted it to be. So, guys, on that note, this is the end of our video. We hope you guys enjoyed. Please
Thank you for having me, gentlemen.
Please like, comment, and
I
subscribe.
appreciate it. I'll be back.
Oh, he will be back on. Also, for any of your theories that you have on Endgame, where the MCU goes now, or any of your favorite parts of the movie, please leave it in the comments.
Let us know.
We'd love to know.
We'll talk about it.